Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? That sunlight. The sun is coming out today.
Way up north in the state of Alaska lives a man, his wife, and kids. And this dude, he lives like hella because that's the way he is.
Cory just got off the phone with the show he's gonna be filming, and it turns out he can tell you guys on Friday what he's doing. So today is Tuesday for us, Wednesday for you. A few more days. I can't wrap my head around like this is actually gonna be happening. For real. We are at Best Buy getting a new camera for our old camera because Cory took it in for service and they couldn't fix it in any way. They gave us an in-store credit, but here's the kicker. They don't have you guys anymore. They don't make, or they don't carry the camera that we did have.
I'll put the card in this if I can. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna swap cards. Okay, so there we go. This is the other camera, and you'll notice like things probably look a little bit different. It like bows us a little bit, I think. I don't know. Every camera has like this different angle on the lens, which is super important. Like it needs to look realistic, it needs to be able to see everything, and more importantly, it needs to be like in focus. And it seems like the focus is bouncing around quite a bit, which is not the greatest. It's not really staying on my face. Let me see if I move this way. Yeah, it's having a little bit of a hard time. And here we go with another camera. Look at the depth on this one. That's crazy. Chell Marie.
We dropped our toy.
Oh no.
Cookie. Here you go.
Okay, so now I'm using the Sony a6000 mirrorless camera with the 16 to 50 millimeter lens. Hopefully it's working. I can't see myself to tell if it's even on. I don't know if I'm in focus, but that's kind of how it was when I started vlogging early on, so I just kind of have to trust myself. But yeah, this camera is about the same price as my other one, so hopefully this works. Can you still hear me from this side? Because that's important too. You got to hear me from both sides. Also, I noticed it was shaking a lot, so I just turned on the auto image stabilizer, and that should be helping out a little bit. Does this look better? Does it feel better? And I turned up the HDR setting just a tad to try to bring out color. So.
Okay, so I like where the record button is.
Yeah.
It's kind of big though, but it might be there's this white thing on the bottom.
Yeah, there's a white thing holding it down so nobody steals it.
Yeah.
I think that might sort of impede your judgment a little bit.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Vlog yourself. How does it feel? Turn around a little bit. Does it?
I don't know. I feel like this white thing it's like cutting into my hand because I can't. There, I switched hands. Now I can hold it this way fine.
Okay.
But then if I want to look at you, I have to be all like ambidextrous weird.
Yeah. All right, we've got our new camera. Just got to charge it up.
Oh yeah.
Ma'am.
What?
Can you now explain what we are doing here?
Well, we're here because we just parked the car and we're going to Lowe's.
Oh, yes, that's right. Why are we here? For real?
We are here to get supplies. We're gonna get some trays with rocks in them so we can put our boots on them when we come in the doors.
That's a nice answer. But she is of the lies. We're actually coming here to get a box to put rocks in so I can stomp around in it.
Yeah, Cory joined a fraternity, and this is one of their hazing things, is walking around in a bunch of rocks.
I don't know if I'd call it a fraternity.
Your fraternity.
It's, okay, it's just one of those things I do. There's what I'm talking about right there. All right, so planter bases. I take one of these on each side, put it down, fill it with material, and then I step in there and I just stomp around.
It's gonna be so fun!
Although I can't really turn. I'm just stomping in one spot, so I can kind of go like that, but that's not.
Well, she said they have boot trays, like what I was thinking, back in flooring.
The only problem is, we still have the same situation where I can't turn.
Not if I get a really huge one!
Next, we need rocks or crushed up shells or anything that would be really, really nasty to step on. That won't go through my foot. My initial thought was to get like lava rocks or something, but I don't know if that's a good idea. That might hurt a little bit too much. So we got our pans to put our stuff in.
Yes.
So now.
Where'd you go?
So now, now we have to get the gravel. So I'm gonna find something that's really coarse, something that's gonna really eat up my foot.
Yeah. Wait, she's sending you to flooring?
Yes.
I swear, I think flooring is just like the black hole that they send people to. I asked where a boot tray was and they sent me to flooring too, but is it in flooring? No, it's not in flooring.
Where do you put trays?
I know, it makes sense.
Where do you put rocks?
I know, it makes sense, but it's not in flooring, I swear.
Wait a minute, idea. What if we just got a whole bunch of screws and just piled it in there? Then my feet are gonna be super rough. Or bolts, you know, like just fill it up with bolts. You can stomp around.
I feel like you're trying to be he's trying to be George the Giant. Don't be George the Giant.
I love George. That's his thing. That's right. I'm not gonna step on George's thing.
Dad joke? That's not even a dad joke.
That was a terrible joke.
That was lame.
I'll admit that. That was terrible.
Dude.
What?
These like lumber department. What do you call this store?
This is
and home improvement store. Okay, home improvement stores. My creativity just goes. Whoa! It's like you being in a, I don't know, a craft store, a fabric store.
That's more like me being in a camera store.
A camera store.
Oh, yeah, like that place
a camera
we were just
store.
at.
Best Buy. Best Buy is Cory's store. This is my store. I love this store.
Hey, question.
Yes.
Do they give sample roofing shingles? Do they give sample shingles so you can like, you know, but we might save some money. We don't need a whole box of shingles. If we put this in the bottom of the tray, I can just rub it on my feet. I can rub it all over myself.
You don't, all over yourself? Who are you? What you got?
Gravel.
I think that's way too fine.
It seems really fine. Plus, it seems like a big mess.
Well,
it's good for the driveway, but it's not gonna roughen my feet up enough.
Nope.
I need thicker, more coarse.
It is surprising to me how complicated this is. Like in my head, I was like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna go to the store, buy some tubs, get some gravel from the garden center. No, you can't just do that. They don't make materials for this.
Birds eat shells. Shells for calcium. If maybe we go to a pet store and we buy shells for birds.
You were gonna say birds. We don't need any birds. Meanwhile, Chell is missing a nap because we're keeping her awake like terrible parents. And we know what happened yesterday when she only got one nap.
Oh, it was bad.
It was miserable. Today she's at least already had 2 naps, and it's not, we're like on the brink of nap number 3 time. So we got maybe 20 more minutes.
Hey, one more idea.
What?
One more idea. What if we just get the gravel and mix in nuts and bolts?
Yeah. You're racing.
You're
racing. Yeah.
A race?
I always say my baby. Cory! Cory!
I knew you were gonna see
Cory!
that. I was gonna cover it up, and I was like, no, she'll pass
85, Cory! Cory, bows!
Today, so we'll give them to you for even cheaper. What do you want? How many you want?
Cory!
Fine.
That's right, I have the camera. What of it? Huh?
I
can do whatever I want. I can just show your head. Just like this. I could just not show your head.
That's beautiful. Great shot.
I can do whatever I want.
Great shot. That's amazing. We
are
the best.
We're turning.
Wow.
We're turning.
That's art house.
Yeah. What?
Art house shot.
Art house?
Yes.
Art house is
actually,
like
no,
this.
Art house. That's. No, that's typical.
Okay, but for seriousnesses, this is the problem with our car, is that we can't unlock the doors from far away.
Well, this car.
Like, we're so old school. Wait, I could do this. Now you're just a talking head. Talk, say something. He unlocked it. Okay.
Okay, so it's super late and I'm running my Sony a6000 to get some practice in with this thing because tomorrow I'm going to be running it full time for the vlog. I do apologize, by the way, for this sound. It's such an awful sound. It's this camera has 2 little tassels on the side which are actually meant to hold the neck strap, and for whatever reason Sony put these things on so difficult, so they just bang around and make all that noise, and they're difficult. They're just difficult. I will have those off tomorrow. Anyway, so I wanted to share with you guys a really funny story that happened tonight because it was just ridiculous, and I wanted to vlog it in the moment, but at the same time Kristen and I were just so stressed out and I needed to focus, and oh my gosh. So I have to leave the country in about a month, and I'm going to be gone for a while. And with that, I need a passport. And all night tonight, Kristen and I tore the house apart looking for it. We could not find my passport, and it was like the worst feeling. Like, I kept thinking about all the worst scenarios that could have went with that passport. Like, maybe I threw it away, or maybe it got burned somehow. Like, everything. Like, what if I left it somewhere? Kristen and I were like going through the vlogs trying to like figure out, okay, well, when's the last time I would have had it? Let's see, I went to Belize, I went to South Korea, I went to a couple other places, and I'm like, no, we definitely took it back in those times. And then we looked everywhere in this house, 2.5 hours worth of searching. Finally, we stopped and we sat down on the couch and we looked at each other. We're like, we're gonna have to buy a new passport, aren't we? Like, we're gonna have to buy a new one, get it expedited, and just pray that it gets here on time. Passports, for those of you who don't know, are kind of a pain in the butt when it comes to like getting them fast. It's just, oh gosh. Anyway, so Kristen, she's like, okay, so where would be the last place you had it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, the last place I could think is, I don't know, maybe I brought it to the hospital when Chell was born. And Kristen's like, no, you wouldn't do that. Like, there's no reason for that. I said, well, I mean, my brain would tell me that maybe I need some like extra identification that's like, you know, government related or something like that. I don't know. I've never had kids, you know. And then she's like, no, that you definitely wouldn't have done that. It would be in the diaper bag if it was the hospital bag. And I was like, hospital bag? She's like, yeah, the hospital bag that's. Oh my gosh. And so we both ran upstairs really quick, and sure enough, there it was, my passport and my global entry card sitting on top of the hospital bag. But what's crazy about this is it wasn't actually a hospital bag. It was like, you know how like you have missing socks that just show up randomly and you're like, wait, there's this sock, where's its buddy? This sock is just on its own. And then like things just go missing in your house. This is where all these things ended up. Everything we've been missing in this house since before Chell was born was in this bag. Like, seriously, like sunglasses, cool necklaces, a bag of batteries for my cameras that I thought I totally just lost or something. So many random little knickknacks. And that's where my passport was. And oh, dude, we were stressed. We were stressed so much. But what a reward. What a reward to find all these other things that we really loved and that we could laugh about in the end. And it was just awesome. It was awesome. So it was a great ending to our night. And Chell's is having a hard time sleeping tonight. So unfortunately, Kristen had to go to bed early. And it's gonna be a tough night. But tomorrow is going to be really fun. Tomorrow we are going to continue this thing about stomping around in rocks, and you guys will see what that is and understand a little bit more about what we're doing. And it's just, tomorrow's going to be a fun vlog. That's all I'm saying. Just keep watching. It's going to get better. And then Friday, you heard the news. Friday I finally get to tell you guys what's happening, what the show is, and no more secrets. I'm tired of secrets. It hurts me, and I just that's it. You know how I feel. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave some comments down below. Say hi to other people. I noticed in the comments you guys are talking a lot to each other, and I think that is so cool because I have the coolest audience. Legit, like, read comments. You guys are amazing. So make friends. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.
Saying goodbye to sunshine, saying goodbye to warm, heading to Alaska where ice will be the norm. So much to see and so much to do, and the best part is we're sharing it with you.